What is the most humane act? To spare someone shame. What is true liberation? To be free of shame. Friedrich Nietzsche believed that a person who shames others is cruel, and true freedom comes from shedding our own shame. But why is shame so damaging? And why is it wrong to impose shame on others? Nietzsche famously wrote, "You shall become who you are." This suggests that every person has a true self they must strive to become. Think of an oak seed. It contains the full potential of a mighty tree, but if conditions are poor, it may never grow. Similarly, human freedom is the ability to reach our fullest potential. Shame, however, stunts this growth, trapping people in false identities. Shame whispers, "Who I am is not who I should be." This belief arises from ideals imposed by society, images of what it means to be a real man, woman, or person. But these ideals are not inherent. A child is born without shame. As we grow, we are conditioned to believe we should be a certain way. This disconnect forces us to suppress our true selves, making us mere puppets of societal expectations. To shame others is to reject their authenticity, demanding they conform to an artificial standard. And when we accept shame, we reject ourselves. But what happens when we abandon our true selves? In Healing the Shame That Binds You, John Bradshaw describes how shame compels people to create false identities. Take Timmy, for example. As a child, he was sensitive, artistic, and deeply intuitive. He cried at sad movies and loved painting. But his mother constantly compared him to his athletic, extroverted brother. She called him weak, shamed his sensitivity, and urged him to be more manly. Timmy internalized this shame, believing that his true self was unacceptable. To escape the pain, he abandoned his artistic nature and adopted a false persona, becoming the tough, athletic man his mother admired. Over time, he convinced even himself that this role was real, but deep down, he felt hollow, isolated, and disconnected from who he truly was. Eventually, Timmy realized that he was surrounded by toxic relationships. His family valued him only when he played the role they wanted, but maintaining these relationships came at a cost. He had lost himself. He saw the futility of living for others and made a choice to reclaim his true self. By surrounding himself with people who accepted him as he was, Timmy found genuine connection. He re-embraced his artistic passions, no longer feeling the need to perform for approval. And for the first time in years, he felt truly alive. Shame prevents us from becoming who we are meant to be. But not all shame is bad. There is a difference between toxic shame, who I am is wrong, and healthy shame, who I am is not who I want to be. But that's a discussion for another time. For now, the lesson is simple. True freedom begins where shame ends.